Have you ever looked at your life and wondered why the journey feels so heavy, even when you love God? Because somewhere along the way, we started believing that if we were doing everything right, life would become easy. But that's not the story the Bible tells. No one in Scripture had a perfect journey. Not Moses, not David, not Ruth, not Esther, not Peter, not Job. They questioned, they cried, they waited, they wrestled with fear, disappointment, and doubt. And honestly, some of us are doing that right now, smiling in public, while privately fighting battles nobody sees, trying to stay strong, while silently asking God, why is this taking so long? But through it all, God never left them. And through it all, He has never left you either. Moses stood in front of a sea with an army behind him. Imagine that moment. No escape, no answers, no visible miracle. Just fear, just pressure, just uncertainty. And yet, God was already making a way before Moses could even see it. Sometimes we think faith means never feeling afraid, but faith is actually taking one more step. While your knees are shaking, faith is crying and still praying. Faith is breaking and still believing. Life can be beautiful and brutal in the same breath. One moment you're standing on a mountaintop, thanking God for answered prayers. The next moment, you're in a valley so deep you barely recognize yourself anymore. And valleys have a way of making people feel forgotten. But hear me, God is in both. He is God on the mountain, and He is still God in the valley when your worship is loud. He is there, and when all you have left is silence and tears on your pillow, He is there too. The disciples feared storms. David battled loneliness. Elijah battled exhaustion. Job battled loss. Even Jesus stood in a garden and wept. So who told us that struggle means God has abandoned us? No. Sometimes struggle is simply proof that you are human, and grace is proof that God stays anyway. Some of you listening, you're tired of pretending, tired of waiting, tired of hoping for things that still haven't happened. You pray and wonder if heaven heard you. You worship while carrying wounds nobody notices. You encourage everybody else while secretly wondering who will encourage you. But listen carefully. This is not the end of your story. This is only the middle, and the middle always feels confusing because the ending hasn't arrived yet. God is still writing. Every delay, every closed door, every tear, every unanswered question, He is still writing. And maybe today, you don't need a perfect plan. Maybe today, you just need enough strength to take the next small step. Just breathe deep. That's enough for today. You don't have to have every answer. You don't have to understand the whole journey. You only need enough faith for the next step. Because the same God who led Moses through the sea, the same God who stood with Daniel in the lion's den, The same God who lifted Joseph out of the prison is the same God walking beside you now. So cry if you need to, rest if you need to, heal if you need to, but don't give up, because heaven is still speaking over your life. And God is not finished yet, not with your family, not with your purpose, not with your future, not with your healing, not with your heart. Not yet. One day, you will look back on this season and realize the valley did not destroy you. It introduced you to a version of God you would have never known on the mountaintop. And when that day comes, you will stand stronger, softer, wiser, closer to Him than before. So breathe deep, take the next small step, trust the God who never leaves in the waiting. Because even here, even now, God is in both the mountain and the valley, the joy and the pain, the beginning and the middle. He is still God, and He is still writing your story.